Hi, Brian Hartman. I'm an author and a physician, and this is my intro podcast, episode 1, starting out 2025 with a new project for you guys. It's going to be kind of interesting, I think. We're going to have to touch on politics a little bit just because it's kind of part of everything. But we're going to talk about your health. We're going to talk about obesity and weight loss, as I'm board certified in obesity medicine as well as emergency medicine. We're going to talk about accidents, tragedies, how to avoid them. Today, the opening rant is going to be about anxiety and depression and kind of my thoughts on it and how it affects our lives. We're going to do some interviews. We're going to go on location and we're going to have fun. I actually have an entire segment on laughter as medicine. So thanks for being here, and let's get started with our opening rant. Our opening rant today is talking about anxiety. 19% of Americans are diagnosed with anxiety, which is 24% of females and 14% of males. Now, most don't actually receive specific therapy for it, but it's associated with depression, chronic pain, headaches, IBS, so much more. Just in 2018, 240 million prescriptions were written for antidepressants in the United States. Well, actually filled, not really written. Some people probably didn't fill it. But I see so many people in the ER with depression and anxiety combination issues. They don't always say that's why they're there, although sometimes they do. But usually it's because chronic pain exacerbations, their headache, they're not sleeping well. They just have a feeling of doom. So why is anxiety and depression such a major issue today? Now, it's pretty complex, right? So we're going to take a 40,000-foot view and look down. We're not built for the amount of stimulus that we receive. I truly believe that's the root cause of a lot of this. What do we do when we wake up? Instantly, on our phone. We turn on the television. We're rushing to get to school, get to work. We can't even relax in the bathroom. We need a device there at all times. But it's not just a device, right? It's what we learn about the world on that device. We're looking at crime reports, natural disasters, new toys and adventures that others are going on that I don't have, that I don't get to do. There's a huge sense of fear of missing out, even if we don't realize it. We're seeing what June has over there, and we want to go see what she has, or we want to go see what Tommy's doing. And we have to be stimulated at all times. Imagine you were 200 years ago in 1825. You wake up at sunrise. Why? Because that's when you have light. You can wake up earlier, but then you got to burn candles that are expensive, and you don't have that. So you have some water, right? But you're not really drinking coffee. Maybe you're drinking tea. That's there a little bit. Not a ton of caffeine. But how do you do the tea? You don't have instant hot water. You got to get something warm. You got to boil the water. Then when you want to go somewhere, take a horse or you walk. There's no cars. There's no bicycles. So when you're doing that, you got time to think. Everyone knew that it took time for anything to happen, and they were okay with it. It's just part of life. So say you get done, work, chores, whatever, hang out with your family, hang out with your buddies, do some chores again, maybe. Then when it gets dark, you go to bed. Now, there was something called segmented sleep. So you go to bed around 8, 9 maybe, wake up in the middle of the night, hang out for a while, do some more activities, make some kids maybe, go back to bed again. But you got 12 hours to kill. It's unrushed. When you had to go somewhere, travel meant plenty of time to think, to ponder life, to process what's happened. You have limited access to news, minimal access to crime statistics. Like, stuff happens, but you don't hear about it. Do you need to communicate with someone? So either go there or write them a letter. That's it. Write a few weeks for a response. When you get your letter, look at it. Okay, well, how should I respond? You take some time, you write a letter and get back. Exercise? Who was working chores? It took 1,800 calories a day more to maintain a home 50 years ago than it does now. Now imagine 200 years ago. Our diet, processed foods, caffeine, sugar, everywhere. That's a huge part of it. But we don't relax either, right? So we need to do that. Disconnect as best we can. Get the phone out of your hand, turn off notifications. Don't jam your schedule full all day long from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. So there's certain priorities that we need to obviously prioritize, and then get the rest out. Go to bed at a reasonable hour. Don't stay in bed watching your phone, reading books, watching TV, light in your eyes at night. It's called sleep hygiene. Pay attention, it will help you. Exercise. Turn off the news. Don't binge watch television. Boredom is good. Do you know how many great things have happened because people were bored? So learn to be okay with a lack of busyness. Interact with people in person. A phone call is better than email, which is better than texting. But you want to do something different? Write a letter. People are going to take time and interact with you and like it. Go on vacation. Go rural. Unplugged. Spend half of it without planned activities. Make boundaries and set up devices to control your usage. Stop the unending social media scrolling. And don't give kids tablets when they're young, especially tiny kids. I see 6-month-olds in the ER staring at iPads. Obviously, they're not holding it, but their parents are holding it right in front of their faces. It's terrible. Let them be bored. Let them entertain themselves, work on their imagination, play games with them, have them read. So, final advice, aggressively pursue peace in your life. Reduce conflict around you, both direct and your exposure to it. Don't get in social media wars with people you don't know. It makes no sense. And this is self-advice too. Like, I need to stop doing this. You need to go to bed early, exercise, reduce your alcohol and caffeine, stay away from drugs, even marijuana. That actually is a big part of what I see in the ER now. Read instead of binge watch shows. Spend time in person with others. Physical touch, like hug them, shake hands with them. Now, medications obviously are an important part of treatment for depression and anxiety, but the goal is not to simply medicate your way through life when there's ways to reduce the cause of the problem. Benzos are not the only answer either. 3 times a day Xanax every day forever is a terrible idea, but I see it every day in the ER. Now, sleeping pills every night are not the answer either. They feed the cycle of despair and sleep problems. So they help correct all the other things that we're doing wrong, but then we have a dependency issue. And if you take them every day, imagine not having them for a few days. How do you feel? I see you in the ER when you come in because you're on vacation, you forgot them or you ran out of them, and you can't sleep and you've been up for 2 days and it's this giant negative cycle. So if you're not active in religion, get active in religion. At least meditate and pursue some quiet time. But the important thing is pursue calmness in your life. Your body will thank you. Your mind will thank you. Your family and your friends will thank you. And overall, you're going to feel better. Trust me, there is not anything you're missing out on in life that taking a break is going to affect you. Like, you'll be just fine. In fact, you'll probably be better off. The less you do, the happier you'll be. Okay, that's opening rant. Now it's time for Laughter is Medicine. Okay, today's laughter topic is about what else the blizzard, snowmageddon, snowpocalypse. So there's a huge blizzard forecast for our area, 12 to 16 inches of snow. Everybody's talking about it. Now, when something like this happens, everybody gets keyed up. You're scrolling social media, you see a snow video. Ooh, let's watch that. So I'm an author, right? Trying to build my online presence. But I'm still practicing ER physician. And I had to work a shift during the snowstorm, 3 to 11. Snow is hitting at 10 and going until 6 in the morning. So it's really slow. You'd be shocked how few emergencies there are when the weather's bad. That's a topic for a different day. But several of our nurses went out every hour or two and cleared off all the cars. Really nice, right? Who wants to leave a shift at the end of the day and have their car encased in melted ice and snow? But most of the windshield wipers are up to avoid icing on the windshield. So I make a video showing this and then I tell a story. It's actually a joke I've used for a while, but never really put it to video. Here's the video. It's time to go home, long shift in the ER. And, you come out here, look at this. All these people, some little prankster came up and put up all these freaking windshield wipers. So I'm going to go through the whole parking lot, put down these windshield wipers, because it's a long day in the hospital. You don't want to come out to somebody having pranked you. You're welcome. Pay it forward. Think about other people when the weather's bad. Have a good night. So after that, the comments started hitting. Now, it seemed over half the people realized it was a joke. I mean, who would really think that's a prankster? And there's a ton of people that were posting and then deleting it once they realize it, after calling me out, of course. So I screenshotted it, some of it just for my own humor. But again, I've used this joke for a long time. One guy even said that I should think before I post something. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. Just like you should. So let's take a look at the Facebook feed and see what we see here. Okay, here's my Facebook post in the local group. Be careful, there's a prankster pulling windshield wipers up on all the cars in the parking lots. Last night I spent 10 minutes in the cold and snow putting them all back down before I left the hospital. Of course, frowny face. So, it's a lot of reactions. 444 laughs, 4 frowny faces. I think that's pretty good, honestly, on average there. Top 1, they may have been trying to help. I was taught you're supposed to do this to get them from freezing. Yes, of course, right? I mean... So then you start scrolling through and people said, I thought the same. Yes, yes. Sarcastic humor. Thank you. Oh, that was me. Look at that. So people are finally realizing it. But coming down, they've been helping. Yeah, a lot of people do this. The instinct in social media is to jump on and tell people why they're wrong. Not really think about what you're reading or just laugh, smile, whatever, move on. No, we have to immediately correct people. We don't know who these people are. I'm guilty of it too. I've been doing it this morning with people. That's about actually the rant for next time. But why do we feel the need to correct everybody? I don't understand it. You wouldn't do it in real life. You're sitting next to somebody having a conversation with a friend and they say something that's wrong. You're not going to jump in. You just think to yourself, move on. But we can't do that on social media. That gets back to the anxiety portion. We need to stop doing this. Just enjoy life, right? So feeling a bit of sarcasm. Thank you. This was a joke, people. Yes. Act of kindness. I don't know that everyone is catching the humor sarcasm. No, they're not. Trying to be funny. Trying. Words hurt. Eddie said, yes, no, I thought it was funny. So, of course, yes, thank you. Joke, you love that meme. People taking this seriously makes it even funnier. This is a joke, yes. Did you thank them? No. Sarcasm, yes, we do. Change the name to Page Babylon B. That would be great. Ooh, another one. I like this. You're supposed to do that. Protects the windows. Now, something I didn't notice or didn't know before, if you have them up in the wind and it comes down, if you have a frozen windshield, it can crack from an impact like that. So I actually did learn something from making this joke. In fact, I was in a high school youth group ski trip out to Colorado, and we had a bunch of snow on the windshield. One of the kids was pounding, and he cracked the windshield on this rental van. Kind of felt bad. Sorry, Mr. B. He had to deal with that on the back end, I guess. But it was still a great trip. So when he came down, gotta love the applause. This guy's wipers fold down. That's pretty cool. Yes, I like that guy. Maybe I need a background like that. Stick it over here. Congratulations, I just ruined all the wipers. Everything is my fault. Ruined. Because I put them back down. People trying to help. Jokes. The joke. Yes, there it goes. This post right here shows how hard it would be to be a comedian in today's world. That is absolutely true. Right? It's so easy just to be quiet and not say anything. But if you want to take an effort to try to make someone laugh, sometimes you're walking on thin ice and it comes back and bites you. That happens to me all the time. Especially, it doesn't happen often in the ER, but once in a while it does. I like to use humor to lighten the mood and put a smile on every single person's face I see in the ER. I want them smiling at least one time. And given some of the diagnoses, it's pretty hard. I just told a joke back there. I appreciate that. And so, okay, I need to come clean. No, not entirely true. It probably only took me 7 minutes because I'd said it took 10 minutes to do it, right? And then we got some AI post here trying to help. Hilarious. Yes. Thank you. No, you're a nice guy. I kind of like that picture too. Not a prank. And then you got to love Meta AI trying to help here, right? Commenters praised the poster's good deed, noting that raising windshield wipers prevents them from freezing to the windshield. Some initially thought it was a prank. It was. But the post is meant to be humorous. One commenter shared a personal experience of doing the same helpful act, highlighting a kind gesture. Yes. So the prank was actually the post, not what I said the prank was. Same with the video. Like, the people saying how stupid I was, they're the ones getting pranked. Little Andy Kaufman, if you will. They do it all. Joke, sarcasm. Yes. No, not everyone. Oh, we got to scroll through. This dang Facebook went back up again. Anyway, that's where it went. I love the joke. A lot of people didn't get it, but that's my humor. Welcome to it. You got a whole season of this coming. All right, that wraps up this first episode. It's the first one because I'm just getting started, trying to figure out the format, figure out all the tech along with this. I'm hoping to release one weekly. And again, a quick blurb on me. I've got 8 books in print, hoping to get 3 more out in 2025. And as I said, I'm also practicing ER doctor, husband, father. So time constraints are real. And I'll try to get a buffer of episodes ready so that I stay on track and you have something to look forward to every week. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, it would really help me out if you'd like it and subscribe. I've got so many more ideas and rants on the way. Now, until next time, go enjoy this beautiful gift of life.